5 seconds remaining.
Hello, we are back with more Dota 2. Welcome back to the International 2017 Regional Qualifiers. This region is CIS. There is a 1 slot to the International 2017 up for grabs in CIS, and there are a lot of teams fighting for a chance to be that one team. But first they have to make it to the playoffs. And to make it to the playoffs, you gotta win a lot of games. It's just that simple. Team Spirit and Effect are the teams you see in front of you. Let's take a look at how. Take a look at how they have been doing so far. Effect have lost to M19. To be fair, everybody that we've seen so far has lost to M19, so perhaps it doesn't say too much about Effect, but that was their first game of the day. That is the loss they just came off of. Team Spirit, this is their first game of the day. They have not played yet, so they are the only team in the CIS region that haven't played a game yet. And both of these teams, of course, having a lot of familiar names, so I don't know if I should introduce them to you, but I will, of course, once they pick their heroes, I will introduce all of the players to you. In the meantime, you can see them on the left of your screen, right of your screen, because I can tell sides. Sure. All right, we've got a Venomancer Earthshaker banned out in the first phase together with an IO and a Sand King.
5 seconds remaining.
Now, IO Sand King, that all makes sense. We've also seen Earthshaker being very dominant. I'm kind of interested about the Venomancer ban, but previous game we already saw Venomancer being played, and even though the Venomancer itself wasn't the main reason for the victory, it did definitely help and support the team that won. Now, Treant ban out, Warlock ban out as well, Sven and Faces Void. No real surprises there. Sven and Faces Void, mostly because they're really good against Lycan. You can stun and kill Lycan in the stun duration, or you can chrono and kill Lycan in the chrono duration. At the same time, Treant Protector is just going to make Night Stalker's job a lot harder. Night Stalker wants to try and get some kills early on, and Treant Protector can prevent that from happening. Same thing goes for Warlock with the heal, and even though Ancient Apparition, of course, got ways to deal with that heal, it's still not as it's not going to be up by the time Night Stalker wants to go for his first gank, which is of course 4 minutes, which is the first nighttime. And Disruptor, he's got a kinetic field and he's got the glimpse, but Night Stalker actually is very speedy. I think Disruptor is going to be a nice target for the Disruptor. Chaos Knight coming out. Oh my god, you guys! Now, everybody on Team Spirit, they've been playing Dota for years. Very long times. Now, in case of DK Phobos, BZZ, I believe even FNG, I'm not entirely sure about the rest, a decade. Long time. Now, a decade ago, not entirely a decade ago, but a long time ago, Dota 1 times and early stages of Dota 2, Ancient Apparition and Chaos Knight, that combo was like the combo. It was the combo you went for. They were linked together because Reality Rift with Cold Feet will proc Cold Feet every time. They were the combo to go for, just like a Crystal Maiden and a Morphling at that time. You put those mid, you put these two on the safe lane, you got yourself your lanes. You're good. You're good to go. So this is very old school. But it's very strong as well. It works for a reason. So I'm hyped to see this pan out. See if it works as well as it used to. Obviously, a lot has changed since then. But I'm very hyped about that. Clockwork, always a good hero, especially a fun hero to watch, especially with as a core. Not really sure if Clockwork will be played as a core, but for now, I think we can assume that he will. With Night Stalker played as a 4 most of the time when we've seen him. Can also play it on offlane, but mostly as a 4 position. Now, we've got Nyx Assassin, Lycan Disruptor, and Puck. Puck and Lycan, another combination that works out well. And if you add Disruptor and Nyx Assassin into the mix, just think about it. A Dream Coil, Lycan can kill everybody that's stuck in the Dream Coil because they can't run. Kinetic field around them, even when the Dream Coil ends, they still cannot run because they're stuck in the kinetic field. Impale, even when the kinetic field ends, they still can't run because they're stunned up by the Nyx Assassin. So this is all enabling Lycan. All those heroes are working together to enabling Lycan to get those hits out, because Lycan hits like a truck. Same thing goes for Chaos Knight, but Chaos Knight and Clockwork, it's a bit more tricky because so far, if you want to, like, obviously Ancient Apparition is already there to make Chaos Knight hit more with Cold Feet proccing, and then, you know, they're stunned up so that you can do that. With Clockwork, it's a bit trickier because Clockwork locks them into his cogs, but Chaos Knight can't actually get there unless he reality rifts them out of them, and then, you know, the synergy is kind of tricky with the two of them, so it'll be interesting to see how that pans out. And then you got the Night Stalker, who of course can slow people down and silence them up, making sure that all those things that I just said that Disruptor, Nyx Assassin, and Puck can do to make sure that the Lycan gets the hits in, Night Stalker can prevent the whole chain of interrupts, chain of locking people in place. They can interrupt that with the silence that he has. So I like that. Invoker gets banned out by Team Spirit. We got a Queen of Pain picked up by them instead. Death Prophet got picked up, or banned out rather, by Effect. Still looking for that mid hero for Team Spirit. Gonna be up against Queen of Pain. That will be interesting to see what they go for here. If it's a traditional mid, Temporal Assassin, Shadow Fiend, or if they want to go for something else entirely, which they can if they want to. But Queen of Pain is always a difficult hero to be laning against. Storm Spirit, of course, we saw in the previous game, could work out. Especially since Disruptor is going to be the only one with heavy rotations, I would imagine, at the start of the game. Puck would have been a nice one, but obviously he's already picked up by Effect themselves. So, yeah, we're waiting for them to pick up a hero. We had Team Spirit with a bit of a penalty. They had a level 2 penalty, meaning that their bonus time in total was only 1 minute. Otherwise, they would have had 2 minutes and 50 seconds. But they didn't really need the bonus time, as it turns out. They kind of had a plan. This is their first game of the day after all. Normally for the first game you kind of do have a plan to go with. And after that you learn from the games you play, and thus you grow into your games. But the first game you've got a plan, you've got something that you practiced. These teams, I would imagine, have been boot camping and are taking this very seriously and are very well prepared for each other. And on top of that, all the players in these teams have played with each other, against each other, multiple times, and so they know each other through and through. So yeah, it will be a Dragonite in the end for Team Spirit to go with, which will be a tricky lane. Would imagine that we're going to see a Night Stalker or Ancient Apparition help out mid a bit. Dragonite is not that easy to kill, don't get me wrong with that. The reason why it's a tricky lane is because he can get harassed. I don't think he'll die. He shouldn't die. But I'm imagining Queen of Pain is going to get ahead in terms of last hits a bit on that front. So it will be a tricky one. 4 strength heroes and 1 intellect hero inside of Team Spirit. Alright. That was interesting to see that. It doesn't really make that much of a difference, but it does look nice.
10 seconds.
Isn't it? 4 of a kind. We got the only agility hero to be King R.
Remaining.
Alright, everybody picks their hero over in strategy time, where the teams can discuss what they want to do, if they want to go for the cheeky rune or not. Level 1 rune, level 1 fights, rotations, placing wards, who's taking the wards, who's buying the sentries, and how many sentries in total do we want in the start of the game. Do you need that ward mid? Are you expecting rotations from your enemy team? Who's going to place the ward that's going to be scouting out that rotation from the Night Stalker? I mean, that will happen. Night Stalker level 4, not level 4, minute 4. That's the rotation that we're expecting to see. Oh, wow. Easy victory for Team Spirit with the towers. Jeez. Alright, we have a pause instantly. Gives us some time to do the predictions. Total number of player deaths at the end of the game. I'm thinking this is going to be a bloodbath. We're going to be 26 to 40. Yeah. That's not that much of a bloodbath, I guess. Total number of trees destroyed. Now, you don't get trees destroyed anymore when you're teleporting. And these are not really that much of trees. So I'm thinking 0 to 50. With all the tangos that everybody has. Assuming everybody has a set of tangos. Meaning 10 times 4 is already 40. So already 40 trees destroyed just by sheer tangos. So I'm thinking maybe a little bit more. We're going for that. Just a little bit more than the tangos. So it's 51 to 175. I really don't know if that's the right one. Player with highest net worth by 10 minutes. It's gonna be Lycan or Chaos Knight. I think Lycan is gonna get a little bit more gold by 10 minutes. I think Lycan then should be having a decent time farming. Unless we're thinking a mid player. Unless we're thinking Queen of Pain. No, we're thinking Lycan. Will there be a teleport cancelled by minute 10? No. Alright. So the game is still paused. That's fine. There we go. Gives us some time to see who's playing what. Arseek is playing the Disruptor. We got Afro Ninja playing the Queen of Pain. Puck by Non Grata. King R, Nyx Assassin, and Madden will play the Lycan. And those will all be playing on the Dire side. We're expecting Lycan to go to the top lane. Queen of Pain go mid. Puck on the off lane. Nyx Assassin could start in the off lane if he really wants to. And the Disruptor will obviously help out the Lycan. Nyx Assassin might rotate around a bit. Alright. And then we're gonna see on the side of the Team Spirit. We got BCZ playing the Chaos Knight. We got Ancient Separation played by Vanscore, so these two are gonna be a tag team. Then we're gonna have Clockwork played by FNG. Going for boost first, so expect some rotation from him. Oh no! No, you guys! He's wearing the set that doesn't work, and I like Night Stalker's wings a lot. And he's not gonna have them, which is very sad. So yeah, Night Stalker played by DK Phobos. And Iceberg on the Dragon Knight. So we're gonna expect Iceberg to go mid with this Dragon Knight. Night Stalker will be played as a 3 this game. I would imagine so. I say that. Did they swap roles? FNG used to play support and then went to off lane and then went back to support. He does get the smoke off, gets the ward as well as already top. DK Phobos used to play off lane all the time. But he doesn't look like he's playing off lane this time. Oh, looks bad. Feels bad, man. Do the robot dance. Gets an early ward out. Right, so Clockwork will be played as an offlaner after all. Nice counter ward already by FNG, who scouted that observer ward being placed, but I don't think they know that this one's here, so they got that. And 1 for 1. 100 gold going to Arseek as well.
30 seconds to battle.
And the other ones will be left alone for the time being. Hello. Is this a migration or what? Looks like we're gonna have an aggressive tri lane to dodge an aggressive tri lane. I mean, Chaos Knight and Ancient Separation, I already talked about how nice the combination is. It looks like they wanna take full use of the effect by running it aggressive. Meaning this Night Stalker. And is this Night Stalker gonna be an offlane after all, with Clockwork being the support? It looks like it, because Clockwork is gonna be near the top lane. So yes, we're gonna still have DK Phobos on the offlane. Confusing things all around. It is nice that they can swap it around for their team if they want to. But for now, the Night Stalker will go up against the Lycan and the Disruptor lane. And we got a bit of a dual lane here as Iceberg. This is going to be a rough lane for him. Taking a lot of harassment already. Quite the beating. It's Queen of Pain, Nyx Assassin lane. He should still be getting the experience though. And he should, like I said, he should not die. But ooh, teleports bottom. Clockwork teleported bottom already. Gets Madden inside the cogs. Madden gets himself out with help of Arseek. Managing to take down that one cog to help him out. Disruptor teleported bottom. We still have the CK on the top lane though, and Dragon Knight. He's trying to run. We're following this one for a second. He is alive. Unless King R can make something happen. He's gonna pop himself. But this is very difficult for him. Again, he shouldn't die. In the meantime, CK and Lycan are gonna be on the top lane, and I was gonna go there, but Disruptor is the first one to die, so that means that Team Spirit got the first blood. Clockwork gets the last hit. And Puck rotated bottom, meaning that Lycan he's top again. As just seen. And now Nyx Assassin is bottom too. So now Queen of Pain is versus 2. What's this? There's so many musical lanes going on. With Clockwork going middle for a bit. The rune ending up being bottom, so King R will protect it for the Queen of Pain. Will want to have it, I would imagine, but doesn't have a bottle yet. Did she? No, I don't think so. No, she didn't. She'll buy it next. But Regen Rune, regardless, is good for her to get. Siki, so still on the top lane. Interesting to see these two farming against each other, having the last hits of the lives up now as well, but there's a delay there. DK Phobos up against the Puck by himself, so the supports are on the move again. We already have the Ancient Separation actually taking the long route, walking all the way there, which is the right thing to do as a support. Even if he would have a teleport scroll in his inventory, he needs to be able to teleport if a lane needs him, so he needs to have his teleport off cooldown. So he just has to float himself over to the top lane. Clockwork is already standing there. He's got the cogs. He's just waiting for someone to move around the corner, but they actually see him. Next Assassin helping out there. But yeah, we've got tri-lane versus tri-lane. The same thing that Effect was trying to dodge. They got it. So perhaps we're gonna see this Lycan rotate again. He doesn't have a teleport. He did just buy boots, so he will have those. And keep in mind, this ward is still standing there following every move of that Clockwork, so they know Clockwork is not in the lane right now. Full mana still on this Chaos Knight. And they see the Clockwork rotating around as well, so this is some tricky things right here. Oh, hello. Disruptor's gotta be careful. Kinetic Field is still there though, and the stun also on the Lycan, but it's Vanscore that goes down first. And they can't actually fight anybody else, or can they? Battery Assault? Yes, they catch him in the cog. They should be able to catch Madden as well. Some help though from Arseek to kill off the cog again, but not enough this time. Still ends up dead. In the meantime, bottom lane, talking about ending up dead. It is nighttime. This Puck is in a very tricky situation. He will be able to orb himself out though. But DK Phobos, he's got his mangle ready. He's farming quite nicely now, especially now that it's nighttime. He might decide to rotate if he thinks he's got a kill somewhere. At the same time, if you're a Night Stalker and you choose between free farm or a potential gank, at this moment, free farm is the beneficial one. It sounds very simple, but at some point it was actually the other way around. Where you had to do something on Night Stalker, otherwise you couldn't get yourself up in time. But at this point, yeah, this is fine. Nice cogs! Catching them together. Kinetic Field doesn't actually end up doing anything at all, and Disruptor's the first one down. Still the 2 second stun on Madden. They do kill the Clockwork. The Puck rotating forward to rotating top to try and get something there as well. Ooh, careful there. Vanscore showing that they have a ward up but not high ground. Ooh, nice minus armor coming out there on the Puck. Well, that hurts when you hit him with the Chaos Knight. Chaos Knight is a hero that does a lot of damage. A lot of physical damage. Don't ever underestimate that. With all these rotations, Queen of Pain is not getting a lot of assists anymore in this mid lane. She's obviously still winning the lane. She's 35 and 15. Massive win there, but Dragon Knight is getting the levels, and he is getting some farm. He's 23 to 3. Again, not winning the lane, but this is Dragon Knight. This is okay. This is good for him. Phase boots up on DK Phobos. It's still nighttime for another 2 minutes. The question is he gonna do something with it? Does he want to do something with it? He's got that void at level 3. He's got the silence. He would need to use this mango if he wants to make something happen. In the meantime, in the middle lane, there's something happening there for sure. As Queen of Pain decided to try and kill off the Clockwork, but Clockwork gets denied, and it's Queen of Pain that ends up dying. 2 van scores, so Ancient Apparition having a good time there. And get some gold into the pockets. We've already seen all the Ancient Apparitions so far in all the games we have. It's been poor goings. It really has been poor goings. Every time Ancient Apparition is played as the 5, and there's always another support that needs to farm more than an Ancient Apparition. So him getting some kills, it's pretty damn good. Clockwork, or rather Dragon Knight, having a bit of an issue there, but living nonetheless for the moment. Has got another salve in his inventory. Will need to use it. Indeed, instead pops a shrine. Because he didn't have any mana left anyway. Ancient Apparition teleporting over, so he can fill up the bottle. There you go. Value. That's really good value. So he can just go right back to the lanes. They know how important it is for him to not miss a beat there. In the meantime, they might be able to kill off this Queen of Pain. Is able to blink out, but with the Dragon Tail and the Cold Feet, almost was enough to kill him off. But not this time. Not this time. Oh. Can you actually do that? No, I don't think you can. King R level 4. Not sure where he's going. He's going mid. I do think it was obviously scouted by this ward, so they know that he's going mid, and he's actually gonna get some. Iceberg's gonna get some help because you know Nyx Assassin is coming. Clockwork actually decides to teleport out. The teleport in. We got the Glimpse back. Dragon Knight, he's still very tanky. He's not going to make it out of this one though. Sonic Wave comes out as well. And Clockwork is not able to do anything there. As he just teleported to the tower, and he doesn't have a hook shot or anything. Can't actually do anything to help out. So we got 4 for 3 right now. Team Spirit on the side of the 4. In terms of who's ahead, I would consider it still to be very, very even. You got obviously Dragon Knight not winning mid that much, but the other 2 lanes are doing really well. The CK is doing better than the Lycan. We can take a look at the net worth as well, even though it's 8.5 minutes in. CK is doing quite a lot better than the Lycan. It looks like I chose wrong for my 10-minute mark. Lycan is, I'm not sure why he's having such a tough time. I mean, sure, he's been on the, I guess he's been on a tough lane. And CK has been mostly on the aggressive.
Not for you.
Quite a lot, a bigger difference than I thought it was going to be. Having a 1k difference at 9 minutes into the game is quite substantial. No towers down yet, of course, so it's all creeps and kills. Although the kills are fairly even. Let's see, Chaos Knight. There's a Spike Carapace. He can't just go in on that. He knows. He knows indeed. More teleports coming in. This is a puck. They want to try and make something happen. There's no ward there, but with I love this. With the Nyx Assassin moving forward as aggressively as he did, he kind of gave away that something was happening, because this Chaos Knight knows that there's no way that this Nyx Assassin is moving towards the aggressive if he's by himself, or if he only has one hero to back him up. The only way that he can go that aggressive, and if he thinks that he can actually get a kill, is if there was someone else there to help out, and that was the case. Puck teleported in, and instantly to that, let's see, Cold Feet coming out, Reality Rift as well, as CK, sure, moved back, managed to go mid, and instantly gets a kill. And that is the Dragon Knight helping out mid. Did he get a last hit? No, it was a split effort. Ooh, careful there. Ancient Apparition impaled and dead. Puck getting the kill. Glimpse back from the Night Stalker. He's back on the bottom lane. Can't actually help now, but perhaps still this Dragon Knight can kill off the Nyx Assassin. Yes, he can. Clockwork. Cogged in the Disruptor. He does kill off a Cog. Doesn't matter though. Orb, where's he going? Able to go behind the tower. Afro Ninja is still here, so they can't dive this. But Team Spirit on the roll. They still have the Dragon form for a couple more seconds. Might be enough to help with the tower a little bit. But with Afro Ninja there, I wouldn't be surprised to see them just abandoning it and go for a different target. But looks like they still want to. Nighttime though, gotta be careful with that lack of vision. In the meantime, speaking of nighttime, this DK Phobos, he really wanted to help out mid, but unfortunately got glimpsed back instantly, and making his teleport be in cooldown, meaning that this nighttime, this darkness, ended up not being in his favor. But it's soon nighttime again, so he's fine.
This sustains. Good.
He is fine. Fine indeed. Night Stalker, actually. You remember when I told you guys about the choice that you have to make as a Night Stalker? It's nighttime, first nighttime, minute 4. Are you gonna rotate or are you gonna free farm? This Night Stalker chose free farming and it's paying off already. Dragon Tail coming out on its assassin in the mid lane. Making sure that they're not going to be able to go for anything anymore. But this Night Stalker is on top of the net worth. And it's soon nighttime. It's going to get real scary for effect. And they know that they don't want to be mid anymore. So they're just going to rotate top by the looks of things. Leaving DK Phobos to it. They know it's nighttime shortly. They have two choices. Go somewhere else to pressure. Or keep tabs on that Night Stalker to not let him surprise you. And always stay together. It's really just that simple. You never go out in the woods alone. It's basically the rule of thumb against the Night Stalker. Smoke coming out. The only word that effect has is very defensive in mid lane at the moment. Oh, there we go. We saw this coming for the silence already. In the meantime, the wolf is out. He gets stunned up though. Trying to go for Vanscore, but Vanscore already teleported out, but he gets glimpsed back. So Vanscore, he will end up going down, and yeah, that Night Stalker realized that he was going to be in a bit of a bit surrounded by effect if he stayed around to try and kill Varsieg. So he went back instantly, letting the Ancient Apparition fall. Ancient Apparition still not level 6. Now Darkness has been popped. This is a time where effect has to get back to their towers. They know he's there. Flare comes out as well. King R hiding by the tower. He knows he's being spotted, but he also knows that it's very difficult for Team Spirit to get that place. I say that, but Night Stalker can just fly over the trees. But he's looking for someone else. This Queen of Pain, perhaps. He doesn't see him yet. Now he does. And he just blinks out. So speedy. Look at the positioning. The Queen of Pain is right there. But now they see him. There you go. Silenced up as well. Stunned. He is probably gone for it, but no. RC comes in. Nice hook shot. Glimpse back into the kinetic field from DK Phobos. Doesn't really matter for that though. He should be fine. Dream Coil coming out on only one. And this CK, he wants to go again. Looking for the Reality Rift. Nobody wants to come close to him though. Tower will drop. 5 heroes from Team Spirit here in this middle lane. They're laying on the pressure, and this might be something that this Nyx Assassin can abuse if he can get in from behind and maybe get a pickup on Vanscore. He needs some backup. He needs someone else to help out, and this someone else needs to be Afro Ninja, I would imagine, looking for a target, but both of these targets are so damn tanky. He can perhaps impale both of them at the same time. He can, especially with the help of the Shrine. But there are 3 heroes here from Team Spirit with the Ancient Apparition ulti helping out as well. And now they can also chase down King R. Is there anything else? There was a Reality Rift still putting on that minus armor. And down he goes indeed. Iceberg with the last hit on his Dragon Knight. Now another tier 1 tower looks to be falling on the hands of Team Spirit as they can just waltz through. It's a dance. Waltz. It's not with a T. Waltz. Interesting conversation I have with myself. Madden, he's really trying to catch up. It's not looking great for him though, and he's it's difficult being a Lycan in this game because something that Team Spirit really wants to do is go for pickups. Sure, they have got some team fight as well, but it's mostly pickups. Mostly one person pickups is where their strength lies, and Lycan likes to be alone. He likes to split push, and then, but that makes him a perfect target for the pickups that Team Spirit might want to do. Ooh, hook shot in. Stun coming out as well. Afro Ninja in a bit of trouble there. In the meantime, this Clockwork, he goes down first. Queen of Pain, he doesn't mind too much of the Ancient Apparition ultis on him. They go for the kill on the CK as well, looking for more Madden. He is very speedy, but not as speedy as a Night Stalker in nighttime. And maybe they also can take a tower off the back of this after 2 clean kills. Really nicely done for them. In the meantime, Ancient Apparition, what are you doing there, buddy? No, he went back to base. Clever.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Non-grata. Be careful there. He's got that blink dagger. It's building towards the Yule Scepter. Daytime again.
Radiant structure.
The silence is not there. It's only level 1 and it's daytime, so it doesn't last very long. And they're near a shrine, so this is not really worth it. And they know. They're backing off. In the meantime, bottom. This is somewhere where the CK and the Clockwork are again. They tried to make sure the tower wasn't going to go down, but I don't think they can make that happen with the Impale coming out. They both die again for the second time on the second place.
Radiant's bottom tower.
This is like a gold mine for effect. They get 2 kills on the same 2 people twice. And they get a free tower to boot. This puts Lycan back on top of the net worth list. What's this achievement doing? Net worth at 10 minutes. Oh, we already lost that one. What? Why does it not say broken? It's not doing that anymore. Boo. There's nothing that will change that. Oh well. Next assassin goes into Vendetta. The rest is smoked up next to him. Let's see what they can find. They have a ward, of course, in the jungle. Wow. So they did just see the Dragon Knight farming Ancients or walking towards the Ancients, perhaps walking mid. Lycan will reveal himself. And there's basically... he's basically bait. I already mentioned that Team Spirit wants to use pickoffs. But they had a sentry there. Hook shot. Cogs as well. He's trying to get away, but he's taking a lot of damage right now. And I don't think FNG will have the chance to get away from this one. Stun coming out on the Lycan, so he at least won't get the kill. Queen of Pain jumping forward. Glimpse back as well on the CK. Can he get out? He is a horseman after all. The minus damage done. Comes out with the Breathe Fire. And now CK wants to go back in, but he gets silenced up instantly by the Static Storm and Sheik, making sure he can't go anywhere. There comes the Dragon's Hill, but Iceberg still goes down to Puck's Orb. Dominating right now. 3 down on the side of Team Spirit. And Team Spirit, they started this game strong. They were everywhere. They made the right rotations, got the kills. But something has changed in effect, and they started getting kills all around the map. And of course, those 4 kills on bot lane, 2 on the Clockwork and 2 on the CK, have helped them massively to get ahead. They will get the tier 1 tower as well. And they'll get back out. Perhaps someone is still astray there. King R is looking for any potential pickoffs that he can find, or perhaps just scouting out and see if he can make something happen. If someone makes the mistake. Ancient Operation is kind of the only one that he can potentially kill off. He has got Queen of Pain fairly close by, so she might be able to help, but she's very low on mana as well. Alright. Queen of Pain is out. Next assassin. He's still trying to go for the Ancient Operation. He's gonna get killed off himself though. But he does get the kill. Alright. But Queen of Pain lives, and this 1-for-1 trade is actually not too bad for effect. Unless DK Phobos gets something off the back of it. But I don't think he can. Darkness was popped for that as well, by the way.
A gift from the tempest of battle.
And Afro Ninja didn't die. DK Phobos back to farming. He lost his #1 position on the net worth graph. It's now all about Lycan. All about man with his intellect boots. In the meantime, looks like he wants to make something happen here. Goes into wolf form. He's a very speedy man right now. Looks towards the CK. And CK, I mean, that's not a worthy ultimate at all. That's bad for Team Spirit. Can they find more is the question. They know Clockwork just walked there. He walked through the ward vision. Pops his cogs. Dog. He's going to just wait for the glimpse back and hit him then. Into the kinetic field he goes, and that's another kill. Again, the CK and the Clockwork get picked off. Both wrong positions. In the meantime, Puck looking for someone else. Finds himself a Dream Coil on the Night Stalker. It's nighttime, but this time, well, it doesn't matter if it's nighttime. He's fine. He's able to get out. So it stays with 2. Dragon Knight's already popped his dragon form. meaning that he can't use it aggressive again. And that's something, if you're a Dragon Knight, you kind of want to always use your Dragon form aggressive, but this is the second time that it's been forced out defensively, and it's not been paid, like, he's not been able to get anything off the back of it. And even in terms of defense, it's not been, like, the defense wasn't miraculously everything was saved. It was just necessary to use it. Oh, by Clockwork.
I'm mechanically reclined.
These my thoughts, dead one.
Nice vision coming out. They need some extra vision there. Shrine used in the meantime by effect. I'm interested to see what their next play is. They've been very aggressive, even in nighttime, which is unusual for a team to be aggressive in nighttime when they're playing against a Night Stalker. But it's been throwing Team Spirit off guard, so it's been worth it for now.
This sustains. Go
Just what I've been waiting for.
What DK Phobos has been waiting for. Actually, there was a Dragon Knight voice, wasn't it? Oh dear, dear Night Stalker. Woo! He flies over things. Still dead though. Should no? He's fine. This is a like. This isn't like he uses his ultimate for that. The downtime is not that long. Cooldown. So it's fine, but he's not able to get anything off the back of it. I think unless he can fight right now. Puck. He has an orb available, so he can probably get out. Still, no, he can't. 4 seconds done. Tells he can't. Nice kill there for DK Phobos in the end. He's the one getting the last hit there, even though it could be used on BZZ as well. BZZ is kind of falling off in terms of net worth. He was doing really well on the last hits, and he was farming really well, but then he started moving around. Obviously, he died quite a few times by now. So he's kind of behind on the old net worth graph. And Team Spirit is kind of behind on net worth graph altogether. And both teams is having a constant battle of map control. I'm surprised that Effect doesn't really care that it's nighttime most of the time. As in, they fight regardless if it's nighttime or not. Nicely countered. And they know that the smoke was there. So if someone gets caught now, Clockwork is waiting for the next assassin to show himself. He did pass by, but it's Roshan that they want. Flare already scouts it out. And next assassin is waiting for someone to come past. Oh, hello. Yeah, better take the other route around. That sounds like a plan. Hook shot in. Catches one. Force him back as well. Nice Ancient Apparition ulti. Madden in a bit of trouble there, but it's a Clockwork that dies first. And Madden, he now gets stunned up. There he goes. Sonic Wave over the top there. Silent stop. Yule's up in the air for the Queen of Pain. Wants to do more. Gets herself away. While the rest of the team just gets beaten down by BZZ and his Chaos Knight. Night Stalker in a lot of trouble as well. Queen of Pain still gets a pick of that one. But Chaos Knight, anybody he gets his hand on, he dies. This guy. We saw everybody getting focused. Apart from Chaos Knight. Night Stalker died. Dragon Knight died. Clockwork of course died first, very fast. The Chaos Knight and his group of illusions, his lackeys, are just able to beat him, and he does so much damage. You gotta control him in a fight, because if you let him just do his thing, this happens. All of a sudden, a fight that it wasn't actually too bad for Effect to start with. That fight turns around, and you give an Ultra Grill to Chaos Knight. And I mentioned earlier that he was doing quite poorly on the net worth graph. He caught up with that Ultra Kill. He's doing quite well for himself right now. He's a happy BZZ.
A gift from the tempest of battle.
Happy Chaos Knight. This of course will all change once there's some BKBs on for stuns. Like the Lycan of course already has one. Or doesn't have one. Why did I think he had one? Doesn't have one. So Lycan is gonna get one very soon. Once he gets that BKB, he won't be able to get those get stunned anymore, and then BZ is gonna have a way tougher time. In the meantime, this Dragon Knight's gonna have a tough time as well. Nice Ancient Deparation ulti though. Still hits on one. Nyx Assassin was able to get himself out from that one with the Force Staff, and Afro Ninja, he won't die from that because I do believe that Ancient Deparation ult is still level 1. Clockwork is the one to die instead. Puck should be able to get himself out of there. Is there still silence available? Use up in the air, and actually the silence comes out in the creep. Ooh, that's painful. 3-second stun. This looks pretty painful as well for the Disruptor. BZZ, can he find more? He has a Reality Rift up, but needs to get in vision, needs to get in range. And he won't have either of those. Dragon Knight and Clockwork for Nyx Assassin and a Disruptor. A trade favorable for effect, for sure. Especially considering the the Lycan wasn't even necessary in this fight. 3-second stun though. And this is a tricky one. Madden, he has got the wolf form, but he knows it's not going to be doing anything anymore, so he just lets himself die. He was seeing if he can still get the rune, but doesn't make it that far. But he does take a large chunk out of the tower. Now that the Lycan died as well, I mean, you can consider that kind of part of the trade. Hey, look! It's a team fight recap. We haven't seen that one yet. Oh, hello. Dragon Knight again caught out and dies. You would imagine that by now they'll get some extra control over their own jungle, but they don't. Dream Coil up on 2 as well. Sonic Wave over 2 as well. Alpha Ninja still taking a lot of damage, but won't actually die. Is still alive for the moment, and he's fine. This was a fight without the Chaos Knight, and there were 3 people that got picked off like that, and it's of course this ward. That's already been, that's a Sentry ward actually. And then there's no dire ward in the Radiant jungle. This is just pure effect. Just running around being rampant and all. Rough game for Team Spirit. To be honest, if you would have asked me before the game started, even after the draft, I would have said Team Spirit would have a dominant game. Maybe not super one-sided, but still would come out ahead of the laning stage and wouldn't really miss too many beats on their way to victory. But this, at the moment, it looks like effects. They hold the ropes right now, and sure, Team Spirit did do really well during the laning stage, and that's why you do see them being ahead. But effects in the lead. Maybe a Roshan can turn the tides for Team Spirit. There is a Roshan up again in the pit. It's a tricky one to get though, but Effect does not have any wards around there at the moment. Better yet, if you look at the wards of the Dire team, they don't actually have any observer wards on the map right now. And they don't see anybody of the Radiant team. Same thing goes for Team Spirit. They only see one. They see the Queen of Pain on the bottom lane. They do now go for the Roshan, and we did already see the pings come out for Effect that there probably was a Roshan being attempted, but they decided not to check, and they decided to let it happen, as they do place their first ward right now.
Tower is under attack.
They take the tier 2 tower. Doesn't look like Team Spirit really cares too much. They just want to push mid. I like this wolf. This wolf is just tagging on Chaos Knight.
Middle tower is under attack.
Oh, hello. Careful, Disruptor. By himself.
Radiant's bottom tower is
This
under
Clockwork, also by himself. Gets killed off right there, and then Yule's up in the air for the Night Stalker. They could get another kill. And with that, a tier 2 tower, I would imagine as well. He's operational ulti. Oh! Oh, that's a nice one to get, but I don't think it's going to make a difference. It's a level 2 one, but I do think that they can still move forward and take this tier 2 tower. Look at these aggressive wards already. Both of them kind of overlapping a bit.
Radiant's middle tower.
Why don't I see the blue line of this one? But I do see the blue lines of this one. That's weird. Is there a reason for that? Am I being dumb? Is it because he's higher? Because that shouldn't be it. Oh, careful there. Dragon Knight Looks for a target. That's already one down. That is Chaos Knight for you. Can they find another? Nyx Assassin stuck, but there's Dust. He should die. Still puts up the Spike Carapace, but it doesn't matter. He drops. Queen of Pain blinking herself away. And the question is, who do they chase? They all use the Delta split. Puck still to the left. Disruptor making a beeline to the fountain, and Queen of Pain blinking to the right.
Worthy tribute.
Tier 2 still drops though. So even though that was a nice fight by Team Spirit, they still lost their objectives, and as we've seen, objectives are everything. You don't need kills to win the game. Puck blinks forward. Blinks a different way than the Dragon Knight blinked, and has still got to use. Should be fine. Orbs herself out towards the Queen of Pain, and that's a difficult one to fight into. She's got a hood now too. Oh, that's one that clockwork again. It seems like it's a common theme now. Oh, when it does catch it. There's a Sentry Ward does catch this observer if they get the vision. One more tier 2 tower left standing on the map for Team Spirit, and that tier 2 is already very low. Everybody farming the same creeps. Heart now done on the Chaos Knight. BKB almost done on the Dragon Knight. Night Stalker almost also going for BKB. Still needs about 1600 gold. Nyx Assassin on the hunt once more. Who can he find? That's the question. Doesn't look like he'll find anybody right now. There's still the Aegis up on Iceberg as well. They seemingly made the choice to farm with that Aegis and use it as a failsafe for that, rather than fighting with the Aegis. Which of course, like, the last couple of fights haven't been going great for them, so they need to have a proper fight, proper initiation. Or maybe wait for a bad initiation from the enemy team. That's a possibility too. Puck with the DD room. By the way, that's a Nyx Assassin. He's waiting for the puck to be the bait. He's not gonna be the bait. We see the drawings on the minimap. They really want to fight, don't they?
Rock it on.
Oh, hello. Age is gone. That's a Dragon Knight in trouble. Still got the stun off, but turns to BKB on. Actually, might still go for this. No, he won't. He has to run. Wolf's coming as well. That was a defensive BKB. That was his first charge. Tricky one. First stuff still being built by Clockwork. I believe he's been working on that for quite a while. He's not able to get the gold. Hook shot catches the Disruptor. Disruptor does not have his Glimmer Cape just yet. It looks like with the level 2 ultimate he will still go down, especially if Iceberg comes in to snag the last hit. Puck silencing up the Night Stalker. Knows that he can't get more than that though. Not without backup. Drawn comes out from the CK, pointing towards that bottom lane. He's right with that. Their jungle is not safe right now. Cat and mouse. Who's the cat? Who's the mouse? That's the question. Both teams are fighting for the chance to be the cat. Everybody wants to be the cat. I feel like there's a missed opportunity there to make a pun or a joke about aristocats, but I don't know. But it really is that. Because both teams can fight in the right scenarios, and they know it. They just have to find the right scenario where they are the cat and the other team is the mouse. Maybe this is the case right now for, well, we'll see for who it is gonna be. DK Phobos pops his BKB. They're looking for a target. Kinetic field a bit off the mark there as the Disruptor looks to be the first target of Iceberg. In the meantime, TP out. No, it's interrupted. CK comes in. 3 seconds stun still. Nice spike carapace though, but it's not gonna save the Nyx Assassin. In the meantime, Sonic Wave over the top. F1 Ninja. Can he make something happen? There's still a silence. The dragon, he can kill off the wolf as well. The wolf form was of course over already for Madden. In the meantime, F1 Ninja pops his BKB, blinks out. Doesn't want to be here anymore. Puck, can he still get himself out of here? I think he should be able to. Manages to blink. DK Phobos is very speedy though, and he might be speedy enough to still get a void and a silence off. He doesn't have the back off. The rest of his team went back to the creep wave, so he will also be forced to back off. In the end, it's a 2 for 3, but definitely favored towards Team Spirit, as they were the ones getting the Lycan killed, and they were the ones forcing everything back, and they are the ones to, as far as it looks like that, it looks that way. Got a tower off the back of it. Non grata, still trying to delay that though. Can he make that happen? Queen of Pain, still alive as well, looking for a target. Might opt to jump forward, kills the courier, that's nice. Recipe of Manta style from the CK. That's fine. Shrine is not on yet, unfortunately for them. They still get the Age Separation ulti off on F1 Ninja though, and there's the silence. Heals up in the air. Hook shot misses. Oh, so unfortunate. They could really use that to kill him off. Puck also able to orb himself away. Night Stalker can't get out of that kinetic field, and that is very unfortunate for Team Spirit. They could have, if that hook shot would have hit, they could have turned that fight around, but this way they cannot, and they also are not able to take that tier 2 tower, even though it was so close. Next objective, there it is. Roshan back up. Who is getting this Aegis? Both teams are able to take down the Aegis fairly fast. You got Solar Crests, you got Lycans. They're able to do that. You just need to sneak it. You just need your enemy not to know it's happening. Both don't have ward coverage over there. We do have a scan available for the Dire side, but not for the Radiant side. It's still on cooldown for 12 seconds. Hey, look at that. Wards up. Roshan covered. Oh, a Roche fight though. I think a Roche fight would favor Effect a bit at this point. Of course, Ancient Apparition is really great in a fight like that. But if you think about a Dream Coil, Kinetic Field, Static Storm, Impale, Sonic Wave, there's a lot more AoE things on the side of Effect. I'm sure CK is great, but he can only hit one target at the same time. He kills them fast though, don't get me wrong, but he can still only hit one at the same time. Ooh, hook shot. Puck. Popped his Lincolns. Can he still blink out is the question. Yes, he can. And he blinks right into the claws of the Dragonite. Jules up in the air. That was his own Jules. But he still ends up dead. And the gem. That is massive. Did they already have a gem? They didn't, but they did. Now they have two. Massive. It's massive that the Effect doesn't have theirs anymore. So it means their wards are a little bit more of a pickle than the wards on the side of Team Spirit. Map control is so important. Did he just drop a gem on the floor? Where did he go? Oh, the Ancient Operation got it.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Hello. This is what wolves do.
Radiant's
Hello.
bottom
This
tower
could
is
be.
under attack.
This could be
Dire's
scary.
middle tower is under
The
attack.
pings come out. He's forcing them back from the tier
Dire's
2.
middle tower has fallen.
There's already a Nyx Assassin in place in case
Radiant structures are
someone jumps in from close by. They're trying to cut him off. He doesn't have his ultimate for another 6 seconds. He's TP'd out. They do get the tier 2, by the way. Oh, there. Yeah. So that one dies. Lucky for them.
A gift from the tempest of battle.
invisibility.
Invisibility for the Queen of Pain. Afro Ninja, what can you do with that? There are 2 gems on the team. One of them is on the clockwork, so you gotta be scary of those rocket flares. The other one I think is put in the base because Ancient Operation doesn't want to walk around with that. So yeah, it's in the gem. It's in the courier right now.
Regeneration.
Some stuff. Pushing the waves out. Looking for that last tier 2 tower. Standing effect is starting to recover from the disastrous fights that they've had. You see it in the net worth graph. You see it in the experience graph. They're leveling out the playing field again. They will trade the towers, but it's not too bad. I say that. There's a lot of illusions coming out from this CK. And the base race is scary. Hello, that's a tier 3 tower down. In the meantime, the rest of CK's team is still fighting in the base. He still has a cheese. He will be forced to use it. There he goes. He eats it. Finds the range of melee racks. Looks for a target. Oh, finds a disruptor as well. That was some heavy damage coming out. This Queen of Pain, though, he is definitely making things difficult in the Aegis. Or rather, the BKB gets popped. In the meantime, the tier 3 tower gets dropped on the top lane as well. But the rest of the team of Team Spirit was able to force away the dog that is Madden. And Madden couldn't get the melee racks. And the CK did. So there is the difference. Difference indeed. Effect. I mean, they got that work cut out for them. They have definitely, both teams have got a unique way of winning. Just with it's actually eerie. It's kind of like the same way of winning. They both have a heavy pusher. Madden versus the CK. Lycan versus the CK. They both want to go for pickoffs. Clockwork Nyx Assassin. Jumping forward, Dragon Knight, Queen of Pain, jumping forward. They've got both got someone that can do a lot in the back lines with the Disruptor and the Ancient Operation. Just a little bit more initiation on Team Spirit. Puck versus Night Stalker. And even that it's I would say the Clockwork is the best initiator on the side of Team Spirit, and at this point it is the Nyx Assassin that is best initiator for effect, and that's not really that great of an initiator. You need the vision most of all, and the vision we already saw. Now with Aghanim Scepter and the Gem of True Sight, DK Phobos has got that vision on lockdown. After BKB, BCZ is planning on going Scotty. He's thinking big. I like that. He's got 4.3k gold though, so he has his BKB if he wants to. But the tricky part is, do you want your BKB now, or do you want to have buyback? You can't have both. And I think maybe he's waiting for having both. Careful, careful. Hello. Jumping forward, that is a Ancient Operation in a lot of trouble. We already have the Clockwork picked up. At least Ancient Operation gets his ult off, but he doesn't actually hit anybody. He pops his Ghost Scepter, living for the moment, but will get picked off just like the Night Stalker. Gem on deck. There is no hope here for Team Spirit as they are getting picked up one by one. Where is that CK? He's able to get a kill there on the Nyx Assassin, but it's not enough. Or is it? Maybe it is. Madden might be in trouble. His BKB is already on cooldown, and in comes the CK now. We'll be able to catch him. The gem is already gone. Who took it? Pac took it. He's got it and he's out. 3 for 2 still. It looked like Effect was gonna take that fight, but they, again, I said where is that CK? In the meantime, right in front of me, he was already picking up the Nyx Assassin. But I think they also got kinda blindsided by the CK just still being able to pick off some vital targets. It started off with the Night Stalker dying so fast though, and also Ancient Operation with his ultimate missing. He didn't actually end up getting a whole lot out of his spell set. The only thing that he ended up being was a punching back, which is still not bad. Don't get me wrong, because since they attacked the Ancient Operation for a while and he was able to live and juke for a bit, he still distracted Effect from taking down the CK first. And I do think that might be what their plan should be, taking down the CK first, otherwise CK kills everybody. This Chaos Knight, BZZ, is having a great time. By the way, you know who's having a great time right now? Look at his gold. It's going so fast. 420 gold per minute. He's gonna be the richest man alive. Going for a Scythe of Ice, which is definitely gonna help on the CK. If you can find the right one, CK dies. And of course CK is going for BKB still, but he ended up going for Basher first. BKB is still in there. Scotty disappeared off his things. Yeah, Clockwork bought back in the fight as well. Oh, hello. Bye. They have the gem on the Night Stalker again. Ooh, bye Wolf. He runs real fast. He runs a little bit less fast. Pops his BKB though, forced to do that as the silence came out. DK Phobos with the full on vision and the gem. He is a beast. Even though he would be a better beast if he had wings. I'm really disappointed with that set. It's a very pretty set actually. It just never works. Although I forgot what it looked like. I just know it was pretty because I have it, and then I realized it never works. So it's very unfortunate. Very unfortunate indeed. All right, let's see. Another push. Trying to go middle. Bottom range Rex are still standing. Nyx Assassin. He's already popped his Invis. He's got another one available. Oh, blink forward and it's done. This dragon really wants to go. Goes for Iceberg. Or rather, goes for the Queen of Pain. Goes for Alpha Ninja. Alpha Ninja alive for the moment though, but is ticking down real low and can't heal for the moment. They kill the Wolf first, and the Wolf does not have buyback. BKB is down for the moment on the dragon, so he has to be careful. He was stuck in the kinetic field and the static storm, and he dies. Tower is alive for the moment. The illusion, the phantasm already gone for BZZ. He has to run. There's people chasing him down, and there's people that want his. But there's a gem up on the puck, so he can't get away under the glimmer cape that he got put on. He should be dead indeed. 3 dead, including the 2 cores. That was a very ballsy play. Sure, they get the wolf and all, and that's great, but it's just not. It's not enough. He can't go invisible because it doesn't do anything against the guy with the gem. Yeah, that doesn't work. Ooh, but he can do that. Impale? Yeah, impale and use. Yeah, he dead. He distracted them long though. They might be some buybacks. Yes, that's buyback number 1. Buyback number 2 means that Chaos Knight still does not have his BKB, so he doesn't want a buyback just yet. He just wants to delay this push. Night Stalker alive, flies over the edge of the cliff. Puck, he really just wants to go for a pickup. Fortification comes out as well. Again, this Chaos Knight does not want to buy back. He wants to have his BKB and buyback. He might be able to sell the drums to get that, by the way. It might be worth to do that. Glimpse back doesn't really do much. His shrine still up as well. This is a tower. Fortification is on cooldown. Queen of Pain is pushing heavy together with the puck. And Nyx Assassin is in the background. The tower still drops. Kinetic field, static storm, but the BKB is there for Iceberg. The Chaos Knight still not back. Has got to buy back if he really wants to, if he really needs to. Dragon Knight stunned up for the moment. This Night Stalker looking for a target. Hook shot up, catches the Nyx Assassin, gets forced back as well. Can't help his teammates as Dragon Knight jumps forward, kills off the puck. This Disruptor will be next, and the gem gets picked up by the Clockwork again. In the meantime, the Nyx Assassin manages to TP home, but yeah, he loses most of his teammates. Of course, the wolf was still alive. He was dead to begin with, and he didn't have buyback to get there in time, so he ended up not being in the fight altogether. Let's drink some water, guys. That's the sound of my water bottle. Team Spirit, now with the CK, he has finally got the BKB and the buyback. So he didn't have to use buyback for previous fight, which is actually insane that he could hold that for that long. Puck ended up needed to buyback. Queen of Pain has a buyback as well. She wants to hold on to her gold as well. Might be forced to buyback. The tier 3 tower already drops. Dragonite, CK has Phantasm, has got the Mantis style still as well if he really wants to. Goes for the Melee Rex first. The fortification is not available. BKBs gets pushed on. BCC, can he live? He's finding targets to kill. Goes for the Queen of Pain right now. Queen of Pain just melts. The horse is still alive, barely, but still alive for the moment. And his hard regen already ticks in again as his Phantasm illusions take care of the ranged racks. That has 2 sets of racks. Queen of Pain to boot that already used buyback and doesn't have it anymore. And that means another set of racks taken. Surely, the ranged racks in bottom lane still stand. But another victory there for Team Spirit in terms of team fights. It's going the right direction for them. They get the Aegis as well. They're still tier 2 tower standing on the top lane, which means that they can't freely start pushing there, and especially not since right now everybody of effect, apart from Queen of Pain, is ready to fight. They gotta be careful still, because also they have got some of their heroes on cooldown in terms of buybacks. Dragonite makes sure that he gets the Aegis. Cheese is also, I believe, on the Dragonite. Yep, he got them all. He's got them all. Now he can play as aggressive as he wants to, as we saw him earlier already, jumping forward without Aegis. So now we can actually do it with the Aegis. Would be nice for him for a change. Making everybody focus his attention on him. But Team Effect, they're not out of this yet, for sure. They push fairly fast as well, so they just need to balance it out. They can't take a team fight or a base race. The base race is out of the question. That's not possible. Not while the CK is alive anyway. CK is the main driving force behind the pushes, especially if he has Phantasm up. But they can chip away damage from racks, as they have been doing sometimes, and towers as well. The downside for them is that they've been taking down the towers, but they haven't really been taking down the racks. And again, they go on a lane where the tier 3 tower is still standing. So a little bit of a shame. In the meantime, tier 2 tower does get dropped here. We had the Dragonite going for that. I don't think I've seen the eye. That eye looks really good, doesn't it? It looks very real and scary. Oh, heck, stop. This is a clockwork. Clockwork dies. Gem there as well. Phantasm illusion still coming forward, meaning that the gem is on deck. Dragonite jumping forward, stunning up the Queen of Pain. In comes the BKB from Avo Ninja Joe, but it doesn't matter. He gets bashed by this horseman with a basher, and he just dies. And he spends most of his time dead. He's been dead for longer than he's been alive in the past couple of minutes. Past 5 minutes. Yeah, for sure. Maybe. The gem's still there, by the way. Let's see if this courier is gonna make a... Oh yeah, they look at that. They actually buy a courier specifically for that. There's 2. Oh, hello. They don't actually buy a courier for that, by the way. BKBs popped a Madden. They actually might be able to get the dragon, but remember, he has got the Aegis, so he should be fine. Nation Separation ulti coming up on 2, including the Lycan, and Lycan does not have an Aegis, so he is dead for sure. Not able to get anything, but he does manage to buy back. Manages to come back. In comes the puck. Ooh, invisible for the moment, and the gem is not in the hands of Team Spirit right now. That courier is still hanging safe and sound on the top lane, not moving. They get the horseman. The tower still stands for the moment. In the meantime, there is a Dragonite who still has a cheese available. Might be forced to use it. I don't think he can make something happen with that, but he's trying anyway. Maybe at least delay the enemy team from being able to push in. He's definitely given them the walkabout for sure, but he will still end up dead. He can't live through that. He's dead for almost 2 full minutes. But all lanes are pushing out, including this bottom lane, and this bottom lane is is having a chance to kill off his range racks. In the meantime, the top lane, this Asian Operation is having a very sad time. There's no gen this time on this puck, so if he would have had the mana for a Glimmer Cape, he might be invisible for a moment. And he has the mana for the moment. Oh, what? He's hiding! Ah! What? No! No! Holy shit! Everybody cheers! Everybody was watching that. That's amazing. He had the vision, as in Asian Operation had the vision from the creep, so he saw the movement that the puck made, so he was able to get away from that. Sorry, I couldn't even commentate that properly because that was that looked like a bit of a ring around the rosy type of thing. Cue the Benny Hill music. Fun times. But yeah, Asian Operation lives. So he still has the ultimate to spam out a couple of times. Dragon Knight, of course, still dead, and he's the one that's dead for another 45 seconds, or 40 seconds, and he does not have the buyback available. Dragon Knight has got buyback available, is alive again as well, so can actually throw his life away to save some racks if he wants to. The fortification is already used. Hook shot in, catches the wolf as well. The wolf pops to BKB, gets bashed now as well. He has to be careful right now. Non-grata. Still trying to force a fight right here. Can they do more at this point? Effect might need to get out of this. They have a disruptor that is under the effect of a Glimmer Cape walking away. Is able to give him all the walk away, and that's great for them. In the meantime, top lane gets pressured as well. That was a Lycan that did that by himself. Sonic Wave comes out, hit the Phantasm Illusions, and they can't really chase because the Phantasm Illusions are stuck in the kinetic field. Look at this creep wave. That's another lane of racks. That is 2 lanes of racks in one fight. Team Spirit, you gotta defend your base. And they chased out on the mid lane rather than going for the top lane to try and help the racks out. They're drawing on the minimap. They want to try and go and push. Maybe force out a buyback of a disruptor. Puck is at least dead for 70 seconds. So they can try to see if that's going to be worth it. But it feels like both teams, or at least right now Team Spirit, seems to rush it a bit. You got to be careful when you don't have buyback.
Incoming.
You gotta not think that you can just end it with the next team fight. At the same time, you can't also not be sitting ducks, so it's a tough balance.
My dishonor shall be avenged.
They're going through mid lane. The question is where are they gonna go? DK Phobos is going for the range racks. DZZ is getting the shrine. In the meantime, there's an invisible Dragon Knight. The Phantasm Illusions going for the tier 3 tower. They're getting the creep waves. What are they able to do? What can they force out here? They already forced out the disruptor buyback. That's something. Puck is back again in 17 seconds though, and he wants to fight. They know he's close by. They know this Dragon Knight's close by, and they should be able to catch him as well. Impale. He's jumped right onto a ward. Can't teleport out, and will drop, and he does not have buyback. He does not have buyback for another. He does have buyback. Oh, I'm holding it over a ward. What's that? The ward does not have buyback, but yes, the Dragon Knight does. Confusion all around. Dragon Knight has buyback. It's gonna get forced out as well. At this point, if you know it's gonna get forced out, it's always better to buy back sooner rather than later, so that your buyback is off cooldown again earlier rather than later. Yeah. But let's see if he gets forced to do that. Bottom lane. Last lane remaining. We're now even on terms of racks. Puck will be here too. Night Stalker, be careful. Silence comes out in Disruptor. That's up first. Disruptor makes himself invisible for the moment. Stun comes out. Makes Assassin. He'll drop. Afro Ninja goes for the Chaos Knight. Looks for the target. Chaos Knight's BKB is already dropped. Can he find a kill is the question. No, he cannot. He gets stunned for the moment as he also gets glimpsed back. Mid lane is pushing in. Dragon Knight will take sure of that, make sure that that wave is getting pushed out again. He did end up buying back, of course. You need to in a case like that. In the end, the only one dying is the Nyx Assassin. And that's a hero that is not super vital for high ground defense. Even though, of course, it's really useful to have an Nyx Assassin with an Aghanim Scepter. But It's not something that Team Spirit is like, oh yes, Nyx Assassin is dead, now we can go high ground. It's not enough for that. They need a bit more. So that is also what we see them do. We see them push out waves a bit more, get a bit smaller objectives that they didn't get before. But for example, the shrine we just saw, and getting that farm up, getting that buyback gold back up. There's no buyback on the Lycan, no buyback on the Disruptor, and no buyback on the Dragon Knight. And no buyback on the Ancient Operation and Nyx Assassin, but they're like little fish in a little pond. Well, little fish in the big pond. These are the big fish. We care about the big fish buyback mostly. That's not to say that the little fish are useless, because they're not, for sure. But as I said, they're not as vital. Let's see where these illusions surely. Well, I guess they can harass the tower a bit, then make sure the creep wave gets pushed out. Ooh, is this a smoke time? We see it drawing on the minimap from the Disruptor. Does look like it. I won't be able to find anybody though. They already left the jungle. Now I am confused. Where are the gems? All right, one in the clockwork, one in the Ancient Operation. Both are radiant. Both. Not able to see that one. Oh, maybe now? Yeah. Took a while though for that ward to die. BKB turned on. Hookshot as well. That's gonna be Disruptor. Still gets a static storm out, but still ends up dropping the fairly fast puck. Woohoo! He might need to buy back very soon. That's a bash on the wolf as well. Double kill for BCZ. Looking for the next target. This basher is paying off so well. Puck did end up buying back indeed, as the cold feet did proc up on the high ground by the looks of things. King R goes on there again, and does end up dropping triple kill for the Horseman, as the puck that bought back is the last one alive on the side of Team Effect, and that is cause for a rush down mid by Team Spirit by the looks of it. Buyback on the Queen of Pain as well. No other buybacks on the Dire side. No buyback for Madden. Oh, the mangoes. Yum 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 yum. Tasty. Now the question is, will they try to go and rush the tier 4s, or will they go for the top lane? Ooh, hookshot misses. Just a guess though. They do have a ward there, so he did see the puck move about a little bit. That's Samantha style. He still has the Phantasm on cooldown for another 70 seconds or so.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, I see that. Thank you, lady. I'm surprised. They keep it safe. They go for the Roshan. Roshan's about to spawn. This was the unluckiest Roshan timer that has been there for a while. But there it is. Like the almost longest time you can have it for. In the meantime, top lane's getting pushed in by Effect, so someone has to go and defend that. I would imagine Ancient Operation being the target for that one, but he needs the help of the creeps, otherwise he takes too much damage, so he's going to go into the base. He can send his ultimate from afar anyway. It's all good.
I'll take that.
Look at that. Aghanim Scepter. Now, he is 5 slotted, and he knows he needs to have the boots of travel in there
Just what I
when for when a team fight breaks out anywhere that he needs to be. So I would imagine that that's the one that he swaps out, because the rest is all needed for trying to escape things, controlling, or maybe once the Lincolns is popped he'll swap it out, but I think boots of travel is the one. Oh, interesting to see for sure. Regardless though, that Aghanim Scepter is amazing. Stopping the BKB targets. The BKB is the reason why a lot of these people have been living for so long on these fights. I'm reading the 65-minute mark very soon. Team Spirit versus Team Effect. They're definitely putting up a fight. This is the first game of Team Spirit right now for the International 7 CIS qualifiers. First game of the day. Well, Team Effect already had a game today that they were not able to come out on top of, I believe. I say that. Yeah, they have one game against M19 Open Qualifier team that is actually doing really well right now. They're the only team without any losses. They're 3-0. Open Qualifier team. Cinderella story is alive. These two teams though, they need all the wins they can get. They want to end in the playoffs and then preferably end up on top because only one slot is available for the CIS team. Virtus Pro obviously got an invite, so there will be 2 CIS teams in total going to Seattle. The question is, who will be the other one next to Virtus Pro? Who will join the ranks?
There it goes.
Darkness. Keep an eye on those buybacks. Queen of Pain and Puck, no buyback. Lycan, not enough money for a buyback, even though he has got the cooldown. He needs to win a fight before he has to go for that.
Gold remains. Flares here.
Look, he has a Santa coat on. Lycan is Santa. Oh my god. Phantasm, I heard that. Yep, Phantasm used. Dragon Tail coming out and the Queen of Pain. Her BKB still not used. 4-step forward as well. Not able to do anything now. She turns around. Goes for the clockwork. He dies first. He is real fast as well. CK cannot really find it there. Now he finds a target. Okay. That's a dead Queen of Pain for 2 minutes. No mana left on the Chaos Knight. He gets mana burned a lot by the Nyx Assassin. Just looks for target at this point. He can't really know. He doesn't know where to go. Where is he gonna go? He doesn't actually find a target right now. In the meantime, his illusions find targets though. His illusions go for the mega creeps and now he'll help them as well. Nyx Assassin not able to stop that from happening. 1 for 1 in terms of kills, but it doesn't really matter if there's mega creeps on the line. Team Spirit, will they stay in the base, wait for their creeps to come and help them, or will they just back off and let Effect kinda simmer in their own mess? Looks like they're gonna stick around. Going for the Nyx Assassin first. Silence is there as well. The BKBs are off cooldown, at least for this dragon. This dragon is trying to find the Lycan. Lycan, though, he's actually able to turn this around, or is he? Nope, he gets bashed. The moment he gets bashed, he ends up dropping. Dragon Knight, or CK still ends up dead, though. Dragon Knight alive for the moment. Has still got that Aegis, of course. CK, boots a travel back in, now goes back for the towers. Doesn't want to dive too far. Stuck with his BKB. This is the Disruptor. Not able to get an Aghanim Scepter in time, even though he did try. Refresher bought by Puck as well. All that gold, 420 gold per minute. What do? You try to max out your backpack as well, but you can only use 6 items, Puck. He already did use the Refresher though, so that's a good one there. But it does not seem like it's gonna make a difference. This should be it. This should be Team Spirit beating Team Effect. 68 minutes of back and forth. But they win their first game of the day. It was a tough one though. It was definitely a tough one, as Effect put up a hell of a fight. Whew! Our next match though, I mean we're just gonna go straight on, you guys. No rest for the wicked. Anji and Navi are the 2 teams that are ready for the next match, so stay tuned for more Dota 2 for the CIS qualifiers of the International 7.